I don't know it and I can't prove it, but I think that he understands you whenever you talk to him. You talk to him in a calm, loving, respectful way, then I think he can understand you.
On November 24th, 1988, Duncan and Paula Meyers welcomed their second son into the world. Aaron Meyers was born with a rare genetic disorder. His older brother Adam passed away from the same genetic disorder when Aaron was around 1 year old. Aaron's condition prohibits him from communicating with his father and his family in normal ways.
It's been described to me that when you talk about what level Aaron is at, he's almost 30 years old, but his brain is at about a year-old function. So it didn't hit many milestones, but those milestones come much later than what they come with a normal person. Because he has many autistic tendencies, the way that I like to describe it, if you're trying to communicate with him, if it's not in this box right here, it's not in his world as far as he's concerned. So you have to get right up in his face and talk to him in a calm, loving, respectful way, then I think he can understand you.
Now living in Odin, Indiana, Duncan Meyers and his wife Paula make the commute to Bloomington to see their son. Paula works for Stonebelt, an organization that provides opportunity for the disabled. Duncan owns his own business and works from home. He makes the commute to see Aaron on a weekly basis.
Well, I'm pretty lucky in that I get to see him a couple times a week. We try to bring him home with us every other weekend. And that varies depending on if it's a holiday or something. It could be two weekends in a row. We try to work with the Stonebelt system. We probably end up with 40, 45 overnights a year, so it really works out to about every other weekend. If you know what the things that he likes, you can make him very happy. And one of the things he likes is swimming, and that's why I like to take him to the Y to go swimming whenever I can. When he's in a good mood, he laughs, he loves, he gives you hugs, he's fun to be around. But there's sometimes he's very challenging because when he doesn't feel well, he can't just simply say, oh, my stomach hurts. The way that he tells you is he'll take and he'll scratch you or pinch you, and that's his message. Something's wrong. You have to figure out what it is so that you can fix it. We swim for an hour, and we get in the hot tub, and then I take him home. And then we just try and do things with him at home. You know, if we have family get-togethers, he goes to those with us. He watches IU football games with me, and basketball games, and Colt football games, and Cardinal baseball games. We watch TV together like a normal family does. You know, a lot of his time is spent doing things that he enjoys.
Okay, let me hop up. Here he comes.
Some sort of music. We have music playlists for him on MP3 players. Put the headphones on him, and he enjoys doing that. Whenever we're in the car, I play his song list. Uptown Funk You Up is what we were playing just before we got out of the car. And anywhere from that to a lot of Disney songs, because he likes Disney movies. He likes classical music. My wife Paula and I used to be in a gospel singing group, and we would sit Aaron down and we would try songs out on him, and if he didn't like them, we pitched him out. It had to be a song that Aaron liked before we'd put it into our song list that we did at performances. You know, his happy sound is, he clicks like that. We used to have a horse whenever he was small, and I would put him on the saddle in front of me, and the horse had already been trained. Its go faster signal was So the horse would speed up whenever Aaron was happy and making his happy sounds, and then I'd have to pull back on the reins and slow the horse down. And I'm sure the horse got very confused and was thinking, make your mind up. What do you want me to do? Go faster or slow down? You know, last year in July, Aaron got very seriously ill. And we would not leave his side. Between Paula, his mother, and I, you know, some people told us that, well, you don't need to be with him 24/7. Well, yeah, I feel like I do. Or I don't feel like whenever he was in the hospital, or he's not going to get the care that he needs because I understand how the system works. Paula and I, it has made our relationship strong, where we understand that if we weren't together, Aaron doesn't have a shot in this life. And so together, we make a pretty good team. And if we wouldn't have had Aaron, maybe, you know, I would have acted differently, or I would have had, our relationship would have been much different, and who knows what would have happened. But I just feel like it made my marriage stronger. It made my relationship with my daughter Michelle stronger. And I think it made my relationship with God stronger, because of having to deal with a difficult situation. God taught me some lessons about myself. It makes us appreciate the time on earth that we're getting to spend with him. I don't know how long it is. He's outlived his brother by 20 some odd years at this point. So while he's here, I want to make him as happy and as comfortable as possible. It wasn't time. He has more time to spend. I feel like that's the message I was getting from God anyway, because the doctor told us at the time, because he had a breathing tube, he was in intensive care. He had sepsis pneumonia, his lungs were full of fluids. And after that breathing tube had been in there about a week, the doctor said, we can't leave it in there. It's not sustainable. He's got to breathe on his own. We want to put a trach in, and that could be permanent. And he would have been bedridden at that point, and we didn't want that. That's not a life that we felt was fair to him. And so we told him, pull it out and put it in God's hands. And he lived. So God said it wasn't his time. It was a very intense time.